If you are in this consciousness, whatnot thing, if you're in this consciousness, if you're in to the realm of consciousness, if you are into this mind realm, if you are in spiritual growth, spiritual evolution, if you're in biohacking, if you are in personal growth, if you are in self-help, if you are in tarot, psychic, if you are in manifestation, if you're in, like, you don't really know what to call it, all you know is that you are digging into the parts of your brain that make you change your behavior easily, that stuff. And more, and others, like just kind of the, just like all of this type of stuff. And if YouTube's algorithm has not yet reached a point where it is automatically recording what I say and feeding it into the algorithm so that my video can flow into the right places, then I am in for sure disappointment. And I gotta turn this thing around. But anyway, oh my god. If you are into creating your own belief system, if you are into reprogramming the subconscious, if you are into collecting evidence from the outside world so your brain can align with your heart, etc., etc. If you're into creating your own reality, if you're into all this type of stuff, let me tell you some stuff to avoid. Number one, never. And if you are currently in, get out. Fall into the trap of blaming your parents, or blaming anybody outside of you, or blaming yourself, or blame. No, I'm not gonna A lot of people in the self-help, consciousness, manifestation, spiritual evolution, spiritual growth, subconscious programming, a lot of these types of people will tell you, oh, you did, I'm not stealing, actually. This happened to you in your childhood, and it's a bad experience, or it's something that taught you that you have to behave in ways XYZ. And the way they get you to believe that you are powerless, so you can then look to them as the powerful one to follow and do as they say, is they give you somebody to blame, like your parents, like the person who was around you when you were creating this belief system. So all the while that you are blindly, because they pulled the wool over your eyes, believing that anyone is to blame, not only is it actually the person who's telling you to blame other people's fault, but it's also getting in the way of your spiritual growth and spiritual evolution. Once you find an experience from your past, or a belief system in your subconscious, or an automatic response or sequence of responses programmed into you that you don't like, things you want to avoid are assigning pause. To things that are outside of your control. Another thing you want to avoid is the feeling of anger becoming too great for you to stay in control and to know and full-heartedly and fully believe that you are in control. In fact, if you are in any sort of very angry, more accurately, powerless, and anger does not always, but does have the common effect to make you believe that you are powerless. Not only do you want to avoid becoming so angry that you feel out of control, but you definitely want to go nowhere near these biohacking and subconscious reprogramming methods while you are in that state. What you want to do is calm down. Calm down. Calm, calm, calm. Calm, 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 calm. Get into a place of calm. Also, if you keep watching and keep watching and keep watching and keep watching other people's, I don't know, disseminations, speeches, and you're not getting anything out of them like you used to, what's probably happening is they are actually not always, but definitely watch out. Actually not always. 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 If you are not getting value out of something, then stop doing it. If it's taking from you entitledly, in ways that you did not give it permission to take from you, or you are unaware that it's taking from you, or you didn't sign up for this, or, wow, I waste a lot of time here, and I don't feel like I'm getting anything like I used to. What's probably happening is they are taking your energy. They are siphoning from you. They are figuring out what their audience members have that's of value to them and seeking to control it. For this, they'll tell you stuff like, it's for the good of all. We need this. They'll try and make you feel guilty for caring about yourself and for wanting things. They'll do stuff like, oh, you want to go home from work at 5 o'clock when the work day is over at 5 o'clock? Well, yesterday I stayed until 6 o'clock. I didn't get to go home. But it's more subtle. It's more like, well, yesterday Jerry stayed till 6. Don't listen to them. You can hear what comes out of their mouth, but you don't have to listen to them. There is a huge difference between hearing the vibrations that somebody emits and listening to somebody. If you want to listen to somebody, you're automatically applying parts of the brain that are associated with care, concern, thought planning, action planning, past, future, congruency. That's listening. And that is a very valuable skill. Now, hearing, oh, and by the way, back to listening for a second. Listening, you have a choice over. It's kind of like if you've ever, and if you haven't, let me know in the comments and I will find an example just for you. It's kind of like following GPS directions while driving somewhere, and you get into the neighborhood where it's going to be roughly, and turning down the music, and grabbing your phone and bringing it close to you. That's listening. Leaning into somebody when they're talking, that's listening. Looking directly at somebody, like making eye contact, or looking down at the ground beneath their feet and perking up a little bit, that's listening. Hearing, totally different. Hearing is a completely passive act that we all do. It's not even an act. It is hearing. It is automatic. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to try. You just hear things like, I'm just hearing this. I'm just hearing it. I'm just hearing this. I'm just hearing this. I'm kind of listening to this because this is my coffee and I care about this. Even though it's not making sound, I'm still listening to it. And yes, actually, if you listen good enough, it is making sound. And if anybody's telling you to listen better, that listening ability, that's your ability. Nobody tells you how to use your listening ability, all right? You choose how you use your listening ability, okay? And if anybody, never mind, we've got to get back to hearing. So, you can hear somebody and not listen to them. You can even kind of look like you are listening to them, because they're definitely not thinking about the difference between listening and hearing, and they're definitely not even thinking about whether you're about whether you're listening to them or not. Guess what? You have the upper hand here, because they're going to be programmed that you are listening. So you can consider yourself invisible. And what you're going to do is you're going to let yourself hear them and not apply any of your listening ability. And you even get to take a deep, big sigh, because it feels so good to not have to listen to that person. It feels so good. Enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. Look at the stuff around you as you wait for them to stop talking and smile and nod once and then walk away. Just as you usually would. Nobody around you knows that you just enjoyed the fact that you are not listening to them, except me. And you can trust me with that. If you want a personalized reading where we put this into context for you, your specific workplace, your specific work culture, your specific boss, your specific people around you, your specific awarenesses and therefore desires and needs. And gossip. And your unseen power that I will show you. And what the boss thinks of you and how you can leverage that. Or don't, it's up to you. How far do you want to go? Then definitely do sometime, anytime, or get a pen and write it down, or write it down on your, or just keep it in your mind, or, commit this to memory. I will help you. Serpent Psychic. Do you know what? That's my name on Instagram. Here, it's also Power L. Again, I will help you commit this to memory. That is Serpent. Creating memories around new information helps you remember it better. Serpent. Ah! I'm so sorry. I did that on purpose. You let me hit you? Yeah. Why wouldn't I? That's serpent, and then a period. Yes, it's just one word, not a sentence, but you need that period at the end of that word. Serpent, period. And then psychic. Yep, it's an Instagram handle. Psychic, as in, I read your mind. I read your mind. I read the people around you's minds. I read your boss's mind. I read your mom's mind. I read your dog's mind. I read objects that don't have minds. Minds. All right? Now, that you've got serpent, period, psychic. Psychic. It's a psychic. A psychic. I'm getting tattoos in Italy sometime in the future. I'll send you guys a video when it happens. I mean, who am I kidding? I'll take a video of myself. Anyway, wow, that insight just hit me. But we're going to stay on topic here about work. Serpent, period, psychic. You guys who are watching this reading get a special discount code. Be sure to write this down. It is Hallelujah. Feel free to spell that wrong. And once you get that feeling of freedom as you spell that word wrong, know that I am proud of you. That's what we want. What do we want? We want to thank you. We want power. All right. Back to anybody who is teaching you that your power lies outside of you. Not good. You can get power from outside of you. For example, vitamin D. It comes from the sun. If you look at anywhere the sun is shining on for about 15 minutes, you'll get happy. But do you look at the sun like you're not a sun? No, you don't. Do other stars look at stars like they're not stars? Like they don't shine enough? Like the other stars in the sky are bigger than them? Or brighter than them? Or they've been around longer than them? Nope, they don't. Stars give each other enough room to shine. Every star in the sky has enough room to shine. And as far as this whole religion thing goes, guys, you don't have to go to a church to find God. God's right here. The old world believed, and the Christian, the Crusades, they tried to make people believe. And the Spanish Inquisitions, they tried to make people believe. And all these examples from the past where religion was used as a tool to make people distrust themselves, what they can find anytime and for free, and trust a big organization with their life dealings like afterlife, whether you're going to go to heaven, whether you need to be saved or not, whether your soul is clean or not, things like that. I got news for you. This is the new world. In the new world, we know our spirit, soul, mind, hearts, bodies to be the center, our center. We can look inside for anything that we need, anything that we're searching for. We can, anytime, look inside. We can let what's inside of us communicate with what's outside of us to ride the rhythm of your heart. We can listen to ourselves to figure out, or more appropriately, realize what we truly want, what we truly need. At first, maybe the answer is scary. But that's just because you've been choosing to take care of the practical stuff, like whether you have a house and a job, enough food, That's just because you've done so well at securing your basic needs. And that's wonderful. That's something to be proud of. Let me make something clear, guys. Here, you're free. You don't have to come. Nobody's gonna look at you weird if you leave. You can come and go as you please. In fact, I would look at you like, dang, if you got up and walked out. Maybe did a on your way. I would smile. My heart would sing. And then, as I'm relaxing on my chair in the evening, I would have a good laugh. All right, you. Energy, body, heart, spirit, mind, soul, beings. It's been a pleasure. Peace.